Fellas, just like that, we back live.
Yeah.
Episode 81.
Yeah.
A lot has been happening. Sunday we didn't meet up for the obvious, of course. Big event happened on Sunday. The world. I don't know what they're waiting for. Was it the Super Bowl or the Bad Barney concert? I don't know. But
Hold on, they got that trademark. Say the big game.
the big game, is it called the Benito? What was the
The Benito Bowl.
Benito Bowl? Exactly. So, but that, hey, if those that have been wondering why we didn't go live, that's the reason. But we live on a Wednesday,
We're back.
weekday. We've not done these in forever, So, but we back. Fellas, what you been up to?
Hey, I'm up. I got some energy. The Sundays sometimes get a little rough. But midweek, hey, we fight week. Got 2 amateur fighters fighting this Sunday. So we just in preparation mode right now.
That's what's up. Me, grind don't stop. Track season. So
Yeah.
track season, allergy season, flu season. Yeah, buddy.
All the above.
Uh-huh.
You gotta stay with your vitamins and all your other supplements. Everything just
Yeah, I take my vitamins and my creatine.
Creating, yeah.
everything to keep that immune system strong. Yeah, it's Wednesday on my end. Like everybody here, just that mid week. Some people call it hump day, as we crossing over to last tail of the work week. In our world, and when I say our world, our quote unquote media world, it's in between. We could talk about the recap, or we could talk about what we're looking forward to seeing leading up to another fight week. And without wasting time, we just want to touch this quick, touching through some of the stuff that happened last week. Should we recap last week, or should we just go directly into some news, or what's happening on the news side of things?
Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about let's talk about what's on the running banner right now. We had some interesting things happen on the weekend. I didn't expect to see this, but Nick Ball lost in his home, on his backyard, over there in the UK, to a Brandon Figueroa in the 12th round. And it was like an absolute shocker to everybody in the boxing world. Did anyone predict this?
Nah, I don't know what the odds were, but I think a lot of people were expecting Figueroa to, take a L, going across the seas. But if you watch him fight, he's super resilient, and he's the heartbreaker, but he definitely brings the heart. And yeah, man, just to finish it in that fashion on enemy turf, and I can't remember, was this for an interim title, or did he reclaim a belt that he lost from Cool Boy?
This was for the WBA featherweight world title.
So I think it was WBC he lost anyway. I mean, congrats to him getting a belt again. Incredibly difficult, tons of resilience, tons of heart, and man, he took it from him at the end of the fight, man.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's got a lot of those battles out there in Carson, California, so I'm familiar with them during that time frame, PBC, right? So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it speaks volumes, and we've seen this before where a fighter kind of struggled a little bit with another fighter on their home turf, and then eventually just beat the other fighter in emphatic fashion. That brings me back to a fight that we saw a few years ago when Al Spence was fighting Kell Brooks, and how quickly a stadium can boo you being an outsider, and how Al Spence had to walk out of that stadium where you have these stadiums hold a lot of people, like 60,000, and they're all against Spence or whatever. I think they were fighting in Watford, if I remember, where Spence was fighting Kell Brook, and beating him when Kell Brook looked like he had the earlier rounds. Same thing here. Nick Ball, big hype was, he had the hype train, following him through this one, fighting in his home territory, Liverpool, England. That even adds more oomph. The fans are on your side.
You just he still had an O.
Right? Took his O, and the way he won that was nasty, man. Them two the knockdown kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, oh, he knocked him down. And the second one left him laying on the ropes, like, that was Brendan went in there and did that was an assassin job. That was a job. He was in and out. That was like a special agent type of thing, jump on a plane, hop off a helicopter, swim through water, crawl through the bushes and catch a body and come back home. That was it. But yeah, that was one of the biggest upsets of the weekend. Like, everybody was talking about it in the boxing circles about how did that happen, and we didn't see that happen because Nick Ball was supposed to be a very challenging opponent for this type of thing to even happen like that. So salute to Brandon Figueroa. Moving on, this was Queensberry promotion. We have, and this is more of the regional side of things. We're moving away from Queensberry. We'll talk about Christian Medina versus Adrian Curiel, if I'm saying that right. Curiel. This was for the WBO title. I cannot tell you. This is super featherweight WBO title. It was a title defense for, I'm assuming, Christian Medina. I'm not too familiar with this fighter or his pedigree, but him being a WBO super featherweight champion speaks volumes. Going on to the result, he won this fight by decision. And he beat his opponent of the day. So, do you guys have anything to add to this?
Was this that afternoon card? Is that Saturday?
I believe so, and I believe this was somewhere in I think this was in Mexico. It have been a regional bout in Mexico, or can't remember where this fight was happening. But anyways, for the sake of time, we'll move on to the next fight result here. We have Alberto Mora versus Jose Amaro, and this is another regional bout. Alberto Mora, won by decision after he had a knock. They actually knocked him down. Jose had knocked him down and ended up winning the fight via 12 rounds. And I'm just gonna skip over these. Let's see, what do we have here? We have Francesca Hennessy versus Ellie Buetel, and this is I believe these are women. But I hope they're women. Francesca, yeah, both are women. Now both of them are bantamweight. In the bantamweight division, domestic card as it's labeled here. Francesca won by points. Not saying too much on my result pool here that I'm pulling from. Then we have Gradis Karius, if I'm saying that right, versus Boris Crichton. And this is a light heavyweight mix-up. And it has, am I saying that right? Is it Kraus? Oh,
yeah, it's probably Kraus. Yeah,
Kraus stopped Boris Crichton in the second round to win the fight. I'm not going to talk about the UFC because this was a UFC Apex Fight Night mix-up, but we can talk about the main fight that happened. It was Mario Buetsa versus Vinicius Oliveira. There's a bantamweight mix-up, and Vinicius won via rear naked choke in the second round to win Oliveira. To win Bautista. But that's it. We move on to new stuff. Since it's we're halfway through the week. We won't dwell too much on the other results that happened at the UFC Apex. But let's talk about where are we here? Let's talk about. Should we start with what's happening on Saturday?
Got a bunch there, huh?
There we go. So Saturday, we have a couple of fights. There are fights in Germany. Actually, two main fights in Germany. There are fights happening in Osaka, Japan. There are fights happening in Mexico. As you can see right there, we'll start with Germany. We have Marco Huck versus Vlad. How do you say that? Vaclav. Hajar. And then on that card, this let's see, what weight is this? Can't even see the weight. You happen to know, it's gonna be on the zone. Do you happen to know these fighters' weight division?
No, sir. Now you digging it. You doing some crate digging right here.
Right. This looks like I'm on the zone right now.
Yeah, make sure these ain't been rescheduled.
Right. It's happening in Halle, Germany. In the Aristo Arena. Marcus has a record of 43 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. Peja has a record of 26 victories, 22 losses. Whoa! That is crazy.
That's a career journeyman right there.
Journeyman for sure. Like, it's crazy. But anyways, that will be happening in Germany. On that same card, we have. Is that the same card or different card?
Oh, these are different cards.
Yeah, these are different cards. Yeah.
In another part of, but it's still in Germany. Ooh, this name. Lobinot. I can't say that last name. Joja. Because I know that X is like Jaka has an X at the beginning of their name, right? Am I saying that right?
Ooh, no one here to verify that for you.
And then he'll be fighting Pazaman Shefkani. I think that's right. Shefkani. Pazaman Shefkani. That will be happening Saturday too. Move back here. Another Saturday fight, or another fight that will be happening that Saturday will be in Mexico. Have you heard of a place called Metapec, Mexico? And I'll share my screen here just to show you where that looks like when I'm picking up these fights that are happening in Mexico. Metapec, Mexico. There we go. Happening Metapec, Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Gotta watch out for these Mexico cards where a lot of our American guys get their start.
So we have Yoli Mejia Mascada versus Miguel. Nieblas. That will be on ESPN Plus, ESPN Deportes, and it'll be in Mexico, Metapec. Let's see if I can look for another thing to share here. What else do we have? We have This is Sunday, I'm assuming, because I see February 15th.
Yeah.
So Efe Ajagba will be fighting Charles Martin. That is a very interesting clash of heavyweights. Charles Martin, he's been around. He's been around for a while. He's actually one of those guys that is a very good measuring stick to see if you're ready for some of the big fights in the heavyweight division. He's fought the likes of Jared Anderson. He's fought the likes of and actually Big Baby Jared had struggled with him. He's fought the likes of Deontay Wilder. I don't know if he's fought Anthony Joshua. I think he may have fought Anthony Joshua. He's had some big names on his card.
Yeah, Washington, Luis Ortiz, Adam Kawanecki, Anthony Joshua, like you said.
Yeah. He's fought some big names.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys who prepare you for some of the big. If you're a young fighter, like this, Efe Ajagba, on the other hand, he does not have the experience as Charles Martin. I think Efe's last fight was Bakole, and he fought very not like Efe. He was he was doing something that
punishment that fight.
Yeah, it was. Which was a smart move. I think it was a draw. They drew that fight, but Efe wasn't engaging as much. He was boxing, keep staying in range, not using his signature power. Who else has Efe fought? I think did Efe fight? Let me look at Efe's record here real quick.
Guido. He fought Guido.
Guido. Okay.
Joko Goodall. He lost to Frank Sanchez, the Cuban.
Yep. He did lose to Frank Sanchez. So yeah, Charles Martin is going to be a very tricky customer for Efe Ajagba, because even if Charles Martin has lost these names, but Charles Martin wasn't in his fights until he wasn't until they knocked him out. But that's going to be one to challenge Efe Ajagba's skill level, not just being a power puncher or person that is not in the ring for those long 12 rounds. What would you say is the danger here for both fighters? Like, what would be Ajagba's something Ajagba should look out for, and something something Charles Martin should look out for?
Ajagba struggled with Bakole's size in the last fight, and you could argue that if Bakole just press a little bit more, he wins that fight. So Charles Martin is a big body with a lot of experience. Right. Just seeing if he can handle that type of pressure, and then on the other hand, just if Ajagba can be who we think he is, and that's a top heavyweight in this sport. So he should be able to outclass a guy like Charles Martin, but that's why the guys get in the ring and they ring the bell, so we can figure it out. But I feel like that's what you're looking like when you look at this matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just know this is two names, two guys I've seen coming up, and I'm ready. It's action.
For sure, it's action.
What do we think about the model so far? We see where they're ultimately trying to go.
Zuffa?
Yeah. I do like a Sunday fight. I'm not mad about that. That's kind of more more chill days that I can get throughout the week. So I don't mind the Sunday and being able to kick back and watch some boxing. I'm assuming Super Bowls or the big game then play. That season is over. So
what about what we're doing right now though? Like, do we need to start the podcast sooner and then like live stream the commentary?
That could be fun. Oh, there, do a live watch along. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that could be pretty fun.
That'd be fun.
I think that could be fun.
They just announced the first Zuffa Cruiserweight Championship bout with Jai Opatai versus Brandon. Is it Machine Gun?
Mm-hmm.
What they call him?
Brandon Glanton.
But yeah.
But is that his name? That's his name. They call him the Machine.
Oh man, I don't want to mess up his name. I know. Oh man, hold on.
Is that the nickname?
I'm. Is it? Let's.
Yeah. But we do know that's somebody that's gonna put up a fight. So we do see that.
Great fight.
And then also like the ring belt. Ring has came out and said that the ring belt is on the line. Coincidence? No coincidence whatsoever.
Bulletproof,
yeah.
Brandon Bulletproof Glanton out of Atlanta, Georgia. He took that loss to Christian Billings-Smith that we talked about last April over there in Tottenham, and then defeated Marcus Brown October last year. So.
Yeah.
So he's a guy that man, he gave Billings-Smith all he could handle, including he got cut in that fight as well. So very close fight. I mean, Opatai presents a challenge being a southpaw, but Zuffa, I mean, put on a good fight. Like that's all you can hope for in this game is that you can put together some good matchups. Because if it's a good matchup, people gonna turn in regardless of how we feel production value and commentary and all this and that. It's entertainment. Two willing fighters, some power, some grit, and that's really exciting, man. So definitely looking forward to that one. Did we get a date for that one? February 5th? No, not 15th.
March 8th.
March 8th.
Like coming down the pipe, like real soon.
Yeah. So that got made quick. Still hasn't been updated on BoxRec. Matter of fact, so
well, they promoting it. So
I saw the post. Yeah, I saw the post. So
yeah,
outstanding.
I just remember why I remember Bulletproof. He made it was on a meme where he was talking pre-fight, all that stuff, and then kind of like almost like quitting in the ring when he was fighting the last dude in the UK. Kind of
man.
Remember, but he was talking about I smell fear in you, the pre-fight stuff. But anyways, hopefully it's a good fight, man.
Hey, it's a good follow on social media. I think it's Team Bulletproof, if I can remember.
Opatai has been on a winning streak, man. He's been on some. He's one of the more informed fighters right now, and very dangerous to say the least. So it'll be fun to see that happen for the first actual championship belt, either being defended or being given to whoever wins that cruiserweight bout. Moving on from Efe Ajagba Charles Martin, we'll move on to the next week after that, the 21st, the week of the 21st, the weekend of the 21st. We have Barrios versus Garcia for the WBC welterweight title. Okay.
Interesting matchups on this card.
LT, this is where I need you. Before we even dive through the card, LT, I want you to turn on your matchmaking superpower, okay? Because there's gonna be a question I may have to ask you after we run through these names. So first we have Barrios versus Garcia. Fellas, should we go back and do our prediction stuff for this?
Man,
that's a hard pick. Yeah, that's a hard pick. That guy's been in there with Pacquiao now.
That's why I was gonna use your matchmaking skill set after winner of that.
Yeah, I have an idea with this one, and I'm gonna go with. Are we doing that now?
I mean, we can do it. We can do it right now.
Why would all people pick against Barrios?
Okay. Times change.
You keep down them, keep going against them. I'm talking to myself. I'm going with Barrios, man. he's been a champion. Ryan Garcia never ascended to that status in his career. I mean, the belt does give you another level of confidence and pride that you go out there and fight with. I know Ryan Garcia, his motives may be a little different, but if that legacy matters to him, or righting a wrong way, how he might feel that as far as public perception, he goes out there and starts spamming some left hooks. But I'm going with Barrios by unanimous decision.
So 12 rounds, UD.
I think it's a safe pick. I'm going to use the triangle theory here, which doesn't apply in boxing, but it's the closest thing that we got. Barrios was able to survive all those rounds with Tank, and probably as a depleted Barrios too, right? So we're gonna have a less skilled fighter in there with Ryan Garcia. Probably equal power, but he should be able to navigate it. Stay at a distance, stay at a safe range, and just outpoint Ryan Garcia, who was actually, got dropped by Rolly Romero. So there's some things and some, there's the blueprint is out there for Ryan Garcia. So
yeah, that I'm kind of like leaning towards what you guys is saying and kind of going with the same pick. And LT, you going for SD or UD or a knockout? What are you looking for? What? Or
I'm looking for I'm looking for points. Yeah, a win on points.
So you're not choosing how? Whether it's for the extra bonus, like how? What type of points? SD, UD?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be unanimous decision. Yeah.
Ryan Garcia gets another payday. Does that count?
Yeah.
Gotten plenty. I mean, man, hell of a career.
Yeah.
He's on with Ring Magazine right now, doing some color commentary and whatnot. So
hey, boxing business is good, man. It's good. Keep on eating.
I would say you guys are kind of like swaying me to lean towards this. And then the reason why I would be the contrarian here, but let me start with why I was leaning towards what you guys are saying, because one, whenever I see Ryan going 12 rounds, he loses. Seldomly does he complete a fight and win, because he has moments. He's a moments fighter, right? He almost got beat. He almost got beat by a little boy that he I said a little boy, but the what's the name of the fighter from the UK that had him on the ropes, and out of nowhere Garcia worked the body and just Luke Campbell.
Luke Campbell, yeah.
If you go by points, I think he's gonna lose. Like the only person that he beat by points was David Haney. Also, like I want to see. I don't know if Barrios plays this type of game, because I think Barrios is gonna be the A side, right? He's the current champion, right? Because he didn't lose his belt to Pacquiao.
No, correct. Still belt holder. Yeah.
Exactly. So, is there any rehydration clause? That's one. He's playing them type of games as an A side, like David Haney did to this dude. Then I think Barrios is gonna and how again? What's the size difference? Like, because I know Ryan Garcia is a big, he's a unit for his division, as people say. Haney is too. So those are many factors. But Barrios is not small too. So man, it's so hard to go against Barrios on this one.
El Azteca, 6 foot.
Yeah, he's big.
Ryan Garcia might be that same 5'10", 5'11".
5'9". So Barrios is bigger than this dude. Oh man. Again, that size size doesn't work. Like Pacquiao is a cool 5'4", 5'5", putting in that work. Okay, I'm gonna be the contrarian here, and I know I'm gonna lose. I'll say 6th round knockout Garcia.
4-inch reach advantage goes to Barrios.
Ooh,
Vargas is big. He's a 6-footer. Like
a welterweight.
he's a 6-footer. And I don't think that rehydration stuff works for that. That doesn't matter in his world. Like he's a big dude. So yeah, I'm just shooting for the stars here. 6th round, KO. TKO.
Now, well, I don't know where you're at, but this card is great if you get down to it. And you can do some rearranging on the order, but you got Hitchens versus Duarte. You got the IBF junior welterweight belt on the line. And then you got Russell versus Hiroka for the WBA junior welterweight. So, I mean, there's a match make right there on the same card.
Make it unify right there.
Right?
Boom.
Winners unify.
Then you got a contender or a high level fighter in the same division as Frank Martin.
Right. That was, I don't know. Yeah, that one is buried. So we're gonna tell you. Tell me that.
Yeah, Nahi Albright, who fought.
Yeah.
He fought. Not the businessman, the amazing Keyshawn Davis.
He's amazing.
And he fought another one of the Davis brothers.
Yeah.
Shout out to Frank Martin, still out here in Dallas training in these Dallas gyms.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one. I hope he's not going to be on the prelims again. Like, well, I mean,
yeah, that was I was like, oh wow.
With the
YouTube shouting.
With this, how will this? Let's pretend, and I don't want to overlook a fighter here. I don't want to overlook Duarte, but if Richardson Hitchens beats Duarte, that's going to be a statement win. That's going to already put Hitchison on the map of he has to fight a big name because he sent Kambosos into not retirement, but he took him to the other side. Like after that TKO victory, I think that was his last fight, and broke dude TKO'd him, took him to the other side. Would you? And I'm trying to see. He's a junior welterweight. Would you put in case Hitchison wins this fight? In case Hitchens, if I'm saying his name right. I'm saying Richardson Hitchens.
Right.
He wins this fight.
The man got 2 last names.
Yeah. In case he wins this fight, would you throw a key shot at him? Because he needs a name now.
Who's he been calling out? Hitchens. Man, look, dude.
A lot of unknowns.
Would you?
He's trying to talk about going to 47.
And then we got the eliminator right here on the card. That's what seems to make sense. That's
if Russell comes, that's a good fight. That's a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good fight. You can't go wrong. And that's Antoine Russell. Let me make sure.
Gary Antoine Russell.
That's a good fight.
So you got the guy that we're not talking about is Dalton Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I seen there's a tweet that says that Shakur Stevenson should avoid Isak Cruz for his handshake. I'm pretty sure we got 2 different guys that have broken hands on Isak Cruz's face. So we got both Tank and Lamont.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sound like it. Whew.
And you know what? I'm not trying to overlook Oscar Duarte because, hey, you never know. You never know. We're here talking about he's 30 years old, but that record speaks for itself, man.
Right. If Oscar wins, he's food for Dalton Smith.
Yeah.
Everybody. But everybody be chomping at the bit.
Who beat Oscar? Was it Ryan Garcia? Who beat Oscar? Because Oscar beat a very good Kenneth Sims Jr. I remember like the last fight that he had, and that's a good fight that he beat right there.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia.
Is his last loss?
Correct.
Hey, he's a tough opponent. Like Oscar Duarte is a tough opponent, and that's why I don't want to overlook him and say Hitchens is gonna. It's not gonna be easy, but if he does it, that's another big
man. Richardson Hitchens looks sharp in his last fight.
Yeah,
extremely sharp.
Here recently though,
he's been Cambosis.
Yeah, and I thoroughly
other side, man.
I thoroughly enjoyed that, but I've been some of the verbiage like coming out of Hitchens' camp, or if these are direct quotes coming from him, it doesn't align with what I seen. Like the hungry guy on the way up to becoming a champion. Yeah,
we're falling off right now. Mentally, smelling ourselves.
He has a little bit of Keyshawn in him. The businessman Keyshawn.
Amazing Keyshawn.
Yeah, he has a little bit of that, man. He no doubt he believes in himself for real, but when he talks, he's that guy. But yeah, like I'm just one of the reasons I say that I can't overlook Oscar, because that guy's old. He's not that old. I mean, he's 30. He's been in more fights than Hitchens. He has that veteran way of handling himself. He's only lost two fights, and I think Garcia knocked him out. I don't think Garcia was, you know how Garcia fights. Like he's a moments guy. So if he catches you, he catches you. So yeah, it's gonna be this is a great card. Like it's one of those sleeper cards. Like all these fighters, they can eat. It's I don't know who the other guy who Gary Antoine Russell is fighting.
It's well matched though. It's well matched for sure.
But yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen, and across the pond there should be some action too on the zone.
So we got a Southpaw Japanese. That's who Gary Antoine Russell will be fighting. Who is 24-0 with 19 knockouts.
Wow.
That's a Andy Hiraoka.
Okay, yep.
So, whew.
So I don't know any of these guys fighting across the pond besides Ishmael Davis. And
you don't know the top two. You don't know the top two names? Warrington. I think this is a rematch?
Lee Wood versus Josh Warrington. Lee Wood.
Not to be confused with the prestigious institute.
Let me do some quick. This is a research episode for sure. Yo, Lee Wood. Oh man, he's old. But he's 37 years old. From the UK.
Well, those are local favorites over there, right?
Yep. Man has fought 32 bouts. Decent record.
So we get some early fights that day too. So this one goes off, go right into YouTube, catch Frank Martin on YouTube, and then
that's crazy.
They my boy dirty.
Yeah, man.
YouTube.
I don't know how long he's been on that card though. He might have just slid on that card.
I think this was a recent development.
He just fought in December. So
yeah.
I saw somewhere there should be Caroline Du Bois should be fighting here soon. Because I saw her facing off. But I can't see her card when I'm looking at boxing scene and I don't see any of her fights here.
I got it. I'm pretty sure I got it in our notes. Maybe not.
Explain to me, why is Baumgartner beefing with her? They have this back and forth thing on.
They saying weight class are close and they could potentially fight. So,
makes sense. Oh,
she like to stand her ground. She like to show what it is if you say something. Because I don't think she instigated anything like that. But Dubois, a young lion
Mm-hmm.
trying to come up. So you got to talk a little bit to make a little commotion.
Few announcements came out. Where's my announcement here? Here, Sebastian Fundora versus Keith Thurman. They have a new date, March 28th, and Woodley will fight Dubois, and I shared that in the chat. Talking about dates. They'll be fighting sometime in May. They fight May 9th. So that's interesting. Like, that's actually a Ring Magazine is putting that together. So fire. Moving on to the next week after this.
The next day.
Yeah.
We're going to Detroit, Michigan. What up, though, Detroit? We have Michigan's very own Clarissa Shields fighting. I don't know how to say this person's name.
Fresh on Cruz. Pretty sure this is a rematch.
Okay. Are they fighting in heavyweight?
Yep, heavyweight. All the belts, all 4 belts that Clarissa holds is on the line.
And the person she fought last time is on her undercard, right? Danielle Parkins.
Correct.
Yeah, she fought.
Correct.
That.
There you go.
Keep them close.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, it's when you're so good and it gets boring, kind of like predicting your cards. Like, like she's just doing her round in the women's circuit. Like, very soon, Clarissa is gonna have to fight a dude. I'm sorry. She's gonna have to fight a dude, man. She's just cleaning out.
Yeah, I don't want that.
She's just cleaning out all her female opponents. I know Baumgartner is barking at that big terrier or Great Dane, but Baumgartner is a small little dog. She could not be fighting. I know, like, Baumgartner said she wanted to fight Clarissa one time. Like, I don't think you can make that way, or I don't think Clarissa can ever go down to fight you. Like, that's never gonna happen. It's one of those things that fight will never happen. Though Baumgartner is legit, but I don't think it will translate. Clarissa is big. She's still like naturally like 5'8", 5'8". She's tall too. Like, she's not short. 5'8", 5'9" ish. 5'6", 5'7". Anyways, salute to the GWOAT. We'll be out there. This is the zone to check out your fight. Moving on to the big announcement, man. This almost brought a tear to my eye for both fighters, man. It's always good to see Carl Spence's name out there. First of all, healthy, active. But this last week, I've been having that good feeling, man, seeing Al Spence sparring with Charlo, man. Like, actually doing something, because before he was in Jamaica on some stuff. He was just letting his dreadlocks grow. He looked like a hippie. Next thing, he's at a farm somewhere. Like, he didn't post anything boxing for almost 2 years, bro. Kind of crazy. Like, wait, when did he last fight Crawford? 2024, 2023? Yeah, almost 2 years. And now he puts out some videos of him in the ring, and we all get giddy and happy. And, the boxing fan of me, just was like, yes, Earl Spence is back. And then announced that's the fuck. Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, no tune-ups.
No tune-ups.
No tune-ups for Mr. Earl Spence.
He's been inactive for how long? 3 years now?
Yeah, it's going on 3 years, and I think Tim Tszyu is actually going to have a fight before this. So the more active fighter is going to have a quote-unquote tune-up, and our guy that's been out for how long is refusing to take a tune-up. And
he did that.
I want to say this. I think that is a mistake.
He did the same thing.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Right? To have that level of arrogance is astonishing as that point in your career, right? You're a pro fighter, we understand that, but the ring is a place that you, even though you've been doing it your whole life, becomes unfamiliar once you've not been under those lights in a while.
Right.
So to continuously make that decision, like it's some badge of honor. It's admirable, but not necessarily intelligent.
It's not healthy for him because he did that with he took on Danny Garcia, which he took on a dangerous fight after his accident. Like he just went straight up, like head for, like he didn't even warm up. He after his accident, all those years off, post plastic surgery, he went into a very tough fight, and we were like, whoa.
And then you what happens in someone that has some ring rush, they don't have their timing down, and then they don't see the punches like they normally do, right? So you're not taking advantage of your opportunities to strike, and you're also getting caught in times where you may not get caught. It had you had all your faculties and all your timing and rhythm, right? That's really the big thing, just to have that rhythm of training camp, sparring, running, doing this, going to fight, press conference, right? I mean, he's a veteran, but each fight is it's individual monster.
You got
right. It's his own individual thing. So I'm extremely happy to see him fighting, but I am concerned that he's taking this stance of no tune-up, because who is coaching Earl Spence?
I don't even know.
Also, this fight is in Australia.
Yeah.
So you're going no tune-up, going to Australia, which is on the other side of the world.
Long ass flight.
You're talking like a day difference, right?
Yeah.
They're waking up in tomorrow, right here in the future.
Yep.
So anyway, that was happy to see that he's back fighting, but I wish he would take a different route and then maybe fight a Tim Tszyu, and then you up if you want to keep fighting up here. Thing, but maybe he sees Tim Tszyu as a tune-up. Who knows?
You know what? You just said something that a doctor said a few years ago about Earl Spence, and this is before. It's crazy. You kind of like brought it up in your own way, but like the doctor said, that time I think Earl Spence was about 33 years old when he fought Bud. Because now I think I maybe remember, but Earl Spence may be like 36, 37 right now, right? He said Earl Spence is a different type of specimen, meaning he's body aging through trauma is different from a regular fighter because he grew up fighting. First of all, he grew up boxing, so he has his trauma deposits. You know, he has his trauma deposits from the youth, from fighting as a youth, fighting as a pro. Plus, that car wreck is also some trauma deposit that he will. The doctor was predicting him struggling in his later years as he gets older, and he was suggesting he stops fighting because that accident alone can create CTE-like symptoms for a normal person that never experienced even boxing, because the way he got ejected out of the car was very aggressive, and having to go through that, his body bouncing off pavement, it was a very, very, he's fortunate to be alive. So the doctor himself was like worried after that fight, saying the reason why people were like he fought Bud differently is because that guy may have reached his limit of receiving trauma, like literally, like he's just a tough dude that he was just enduring and just keeping going and not refusing to quit, even when he was knocked out. Like he was beat up, he was TKO'd. But that type of dude is so stubborn, like you're saying, like now you bring it back to now he's wanting to come back, right? But he's not even preparing himself for that type of, and he's older now. So
who is his coach?
Medically,
who is his coach?
I worry for him, and I mean, it's the doctor wanted him to like quit, like retire. It's gonna be rough moving on because that accident alone is like, and having another career from boxing to like football, he just kind of was trying to compare the different traumas to the hit, your brain shaking that multiple times. It's crazy how he broke it down, but hey, I'm still happy to see him though. I'm happy to see him in the in that square circle. It's just one of those things. I'm happy to see that he's training and he's in good spirits and he's healthy.
We'll be rooting for the big fish.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Maybe it's just that little piece of me that is still stuck in 2016. I kind of may want to see a Keith Thurman Spence. Maybe that's why I'm holding on.
I think that'd be a great fight if they can make
Maybe
that
that's why I'm holding on. Maybe that's why I'm holding on, and I know it's unhealthy for him. And maybe even Keith Thurman, his body's been breaking down left and right.
Yeah,
I
mean, that reminds me. So, like, we were talking about the tune-ups. You know, Thurman, after his accident, he took on a fight with Josecito Lopez, and we're talking about a little backtracking here, but he got caught with a body shot where he had to spit his mouthpiece out. And so, but yeah, this is a realistic situation where you can have an eliminator situation. If we get one time with the upset victory of Fundora and Spence with the victory over Zoo, seems like a realistic conversation to me, even though Earl Spence will swear up and down that he's never fighting Keith Thurman.
It's one of those things.
Yeah, some of those stances are wild. At this point, y'all need each other's in y'all career. Does seem to be a man of principle and standing on his business. So we shall see.
Yeah, I mean, I wish both of those guys just good health, man. This boxing stuff is cool, but man, like what did Marshawn Lynch take care of the chicken first?
I mean, which one of them is putting themselves in a more dangerous situation?
Oh my God, they just we need Manny Pacquiao's mom in the stands praying for him.
This literally, this is literally my two favorite fighters of that era. Playing in traffic.
They just had some bad luck. You just didn't see their careers going this way, but now, I mean, Spence going to Australia, man. I mean, that's a tough ask. That Japan, Australia, New Zealand, those fights right there, that's tough for America. So hey,
I know.
Don't mess up in customs, Earl Spence and team.
I know we talk about all this. Let's get this tune up. Let's prepare ourselves. But man, we never know what these guys' living conditions are like with bills and stuff. They want a big fight straight off to pay that mortgage.
Yeah.
You take 2 years off. You're not working. You got these mansions. You got all these, all these different things that need taxes. You need to pay taxes. I don't know. I'm just talking, but hey. Don't get caught up in costumes like Kam Gee said. It's a long way. It's a long way.
Yeah,
long way. Moving on, man. I'm tired of this. I love this fighter, but I kind of got tired of seeing him doing his rounds in boxing. But none other than Conor Benn. Conor Benn wants the Ryan Garcia or Shakur. Is it me or is Conor Benn kind of annoying, bro? I've seen him everywhere. I've seen him Ring Magazine Awards. I've seen him with and there's something about just his dyed blonde hair and how he has like that schmuck English thing where he's, hey, Rolly, come here, Rolly. Kind of like trying to troll a troll, and Rolly's a troll. And Rolly,
I'm good. Just get back in the ring. You beat Chris Eubank, who's now a patient somewhere trying to get his life together himself. I mean, just get back in the ring and fight. We don't care who it is.
Well, and I put this here because you got the Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios fight taking place. So here's an opportunity to see if Ryan pulls up the upset like Strap predicted.
You got the end for a Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia matchup.
Yeah.
That is the only way this becomes more intriguing because of the personalities built up, the theatrics leading up to the fight.
Exactly.
The Shakur opportunity may seem, maybe just outside of what the realm of possibilities are right now.
Right.
So
Yeah. For some reason, I always thought that Corner Ben was bigger than what he really is. He's only 5'8". He's the same height as Shakur. Because in my mind, I was thinking Shakur was this little guy. They
man,
the same
he
height.
talks big, man.
Yeah, I thought Corner Ben was bigger than that.
He talks big.
But yeah, if he could fight, you know what's crazy is this. Corner Ben is a dangerous fighter, but maybe we gave at that time we gave Eubank too much credit. Like he read him and he, kind of sunned this aggressive athletic fighter. But really and truly, I wasn't impressed. Like now that I see the bigger, like Conor Ben with his aggression and Shakur's ability to be a matador in that ring with a bull, I think Conor Ben will be embarrassed. I think that's a level different, man. Like Eubank was good, but Eubank was willing to exchange with you, with your wiry self. You both were just doing some rock'em sock'em at one time, like where I wasn't seeing head movement. Eubank was getting touched too much. Shakur, on the other hand, man, I don't think there's levels, man. And I don't think any of those guys in the UK in that weight division can match up with Shakur's wit and style. Ryan Garcia, maybe. Yeah, and I think Conor Ben is exactly like Rolly. So if Rolly and Conor Ben, if there's a world where two crash outs go at it, two crash outs, Rolly's a crash out, Conor Ben is a crash out. Leading up to the fight, it's gonna be hilarious because Rolly's a troll. Conor Ben is a troll. He's had eggs thrown in his face. I mean, I don't know if he's a troll. He's too serious. And then Rolly's, I don't know, he's a big kid, and I'm there for it. I'm there for it. Rolly and him, that I could see that fight being a fight worth watching. Or Conor Ben and Garcia, because Garcia will engage.
I like, yeah. So there's your counterplay right there.
Yeah.
A belt needs to be on the line, point blank. Conor Ben, fight your countrymen. Hey, Conor Ben, Ryan Garcia, belt on the line. Have at it.
You know what's crazy? And this is me giving this guy credit. I think Rolly may even do the Conor Ben style better than Conor Ben. The athletic, wiry strength, awkward hitting. Because Rolly has sneaky power. He does knock out. Even Tank said that I felt this dude's power, So I dare I say maybe Rolly's more athletic than Conor Ben. I mean, Conor Ben is a monster, but they're both like little.
The media tour is working because we're talking about it, and I honestly don't think it's even worth it. To be honest, honest. Never hasn't had a championship fight. Hasn't had a belt.
He's never had a belt.
He's pop dirty. I mean, get in the ring and fight somebody and beat them, and then we can continue to have a conversation.
But there's places in the sport for this guy.
Oh no, I absolutely, just like there was for Rolly, right? It's the same, it's the same type of deal, right?
Exactly.
You only got 3 belts. In my opinion, he headlines a major card in his country, and you potentially set up the next biggest opportunity, which is probably someone challenging a contender in the United States, right? That does make sense to me. I'm having a hard time seeing his next fight being a championship bout, right? Without some type of setup, like what LT is saying. But
it's Eddie Hearn though. When Eddie Hearn is the common denominator.
Yeah, I mean he gonna put him in a big opportunity. I'm already expecting that.
But you got Shakur and Conor Ben with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
The possibilities become possibilities where it doesn't even seem like it belongs, but
I don't know. I just want to see him. I thought he put on an entertaining show against Eubank. He has an entertaining style. He talks big. Like I want to see him again. I just think the level that he's shooting for right now, maybe it's just like we're a little short of that, and I think that's something that he could get to, especially considering Eddie Hearn's in his corner, and this man is all over the world, front row at these fights. So,
right.
Shout out to Eddie Hearn though too, man. That man be flying.
Politician.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we were saying, like, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a lot of posturing with corner Ben. It's a lot of people call him the nepotism child. Like he's flying off daddy's, all that stuff. Because really and truly, he has not done anything in the sport. Yes, he was caught. He was popped. Yes, he's been inactive for before his Chris Eubank fight. He's been inactive for a long time, and he's just been this name that is like Tyson Fury's brother, right? Just this name that because of being related to royalty or something like that. So yeah, you're absolutely right. But yeah, let's see him be more active. Let's see him be more active. So, to say the least. Moving on from that, talk about Brian Norman Jr.
We want to go there?
Let's go there, man.
Yeah.
Before I say anything here, when was this news put out?
This is probably a couple weeks old at this point, and probably I think it was before the Teofimo fight.
So before he took his award for knockout of the year during the Ring Magazine ceremony, and then Devin had to hit him with the salute, and he was like, question here: is Norman Jr. being trained by Senior? Was trained by Senior?
Yeah. Was trained by Senior. 4 weeks ago, Brian Norman Jr. fires his father, Brian Norman Sr., as his head trainer. I don't know if fired is the word, but
still your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it came out and made the statement that, would you be? They asked Dad, would he be willing to be in the corner, remain in the corner, if he's not the lead? And he's like, I don't know. Did you see that? You seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was like, if I'm not the lead guy, I'm not in there. It was kind of.
So talking about this father-son training situation, it never works out for the long run. Like I'm thinking Ray Jones Jr. I'm thinking Floyd Mayweather. I'm thinking maybe Sean Porter did work out till his retirement, but most of the fighters that do that father-son, Adrian Broner, I think, did that. Pops was in his corner. Like usually there's a way they separate after a while. Teofimo needs to take notes, but it's just one of those things. Like I wonder when does Dad stop being your trainer and then you get in some real, even same thing in like basketball and stuff like that. When Pops finally has to let go and bring a real person that outside, so Dad could be Dad and the trainer could be a trainer. That type of thing. So, but
it's one of those things, right? So, and it's kind of along the lines of what I shared earlier on from Instagram. I think that their fathers are probably the best thing in camp, as far as maybe the strength and conditioning aspect and maybe a motivational factor.
Right.
All the way up until the point of needing another pair of eyes, an unbiased pair of eyes.
Mm.
I think that will do wonders, considering what we heard in the corner in his fight with David Haney. Like, go at him, and then he follows up getting caught with a left hook.
Yeah. Danny Garcia.
Power. Yeah. Where did your power go, son? Like, man, but it can become a problem. But I think it is very wise for the father to reach out for an outside opinion, even you empower somebody to come in, so you're not ever relieved of your duties.
Right.
Fully, right.
Right.
You hey, reach out. Hey, man, I need you in my corner. Work with my son. I'll handle all the press conference stuff, but whatever, right? But I think it becomes an ego thing at some point, and
yeah,
you hate to see it in such a dangerous sport, though. Like, it plays out. These guys are getting hit in the face, and could be prevented due to some sitting back, setting the ego aside and for the greater good. So,
sure,
yeah, man, I hate to see that, because you see. I don't know if y'all. I see the skill set, the physique, the want to with Brian Norman Jr. So.
Yeah.
You see those things, and you think, okay, I think somebody could like get him in a way that keeps him at that top level at that division.
There were some fathers that did a good job, like, and I don't dare I say Angel Garcia. He was there, but there was a technical trainer who was working with Danny, right? While Angel was more the emotional, right? And you step away and let the technical person take care of the technical stuff. And you need the emotional support or something like that. Like, yo, son, I got you, or the father's the one that handles the towel in case you're getting your things, just, I want you, I'm saving you. Like the Sean Porter situation. I don't know.
Yeah, Kenny Porter. I got Kenny Porter pulled up right now.
Where you have that, you have to separate father and trainer sometimes. Like, you have to be, like, sometimes you want your son to be like, yo, bro, you got to die in this ring. Your father's not going to let you do that. But your trainer, on the other hand, we're losing. I swear, I've heard trainers tell their fighters, bro, you can't quit on me right now, bro. We almost there, that type of thing, right? But father, I don't think your father's not going to talk to you like that. Or it's just some things that just are weird, man, talking to your son in this blood sport, bro. Boxing is a very, very hard sport, bro. I can't, as a father, I can't separate. It's just weird separate being a father and a trainer.
You know what I'm thinking right now?
What do you think about?
There's a certain father trainer who's kind of on a skid right now, right?
Yeah.
Bozy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bozy, yeah, he didn't collect the check. He had Andy Cruz, and he had Cool Boy. And he had one more guy, right? That fought in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Who was that fought in the UK? Oh man, but he took a L too, or did he?
I think, yeah, man. He's kind of on a skid here.
Yeah, so does well with his son. Yeah, we didn't even know. We just, that's Bozy Ennis. So,
we talk about Whitaker? No, Whitaker. I've seen Whitaker work out. I've seen Canelo work out with Bozy.
Oh, was it? It was one of our. It was a UK.
Yeah, it was a UK fighter.
Oh man, I almost said like Dalton Smith or
Dylan White.
Dylan
White.
He was in Dylan White's corner.
Dylan White was working with Bozy, I think.
No, I was thinking about a white fighter.
A white fighter?
I thought so. Is that what you think about, LT?
Yeah, man.
Not Dylan White. Let me make sure.
My phone died. I can't reference anything. But just to that point,
Oh, he has an O'Shea Jones. Is this old? Is that old?
O'Shea Jones.
Anyone else?
No, Buddy McGregor is Dylan White. Never mind. Buddy.
I just thought that the fighter he had was actually a.
Was it Catterall? Jack Catterall.
Hey, there we go. Catterall took the win.
Oh, by the way, they announced Boots versus Virgil Ortiz. Don't know what dates they put out there, but they're supposed to be fighting each other. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense, but yeah.
Yeah, he won his last fight against Echo Usman. That was November 15th. So
for holidays, got it. Okay.
One of these episodes, man, we need to get off script and just talk about what are some of the. We should rank our boxing cities like Philly or a DC, Maryland, Florida.
let's do some deep dives.
Michigan State, Michigan States, and then you pull out each champ from it. Texas champions,
try race board.
Bro, we should do that one time and then just rate out, just do like we do our predictions, like how many champs in each region and stuff like that. That'll be interesting to see. I already know, like, man, Philly has a lot of good fighters, but the sleeper here is Texas. I already thought about 5.
We mentioned one, Brandon Figueroa from Westlaco, Texas. We mentioned one today, and
I already have like 4 Mexican fighters, 4 Texas Mexican champions.
Shushu added the list to Brownsville, right?
Oh yeah.
Then you got Oshaki.
You have where's Hitchens from? Is he a Brooklyn guy?
Yeah, he's a New York guy.
That's what I'm talking about. So just boroughs, New York, you got to split them into boroughs.
Oh
yeah.
I mean, Puerto Rico.
Yeah. They've had like 3 big fights here recently.
You got Cubans.
Cuba has a lot of champs. Uzbekistan, wherever that place is. But some of them fight out of Canada and other places. But
you got transplants.
Yeah, they're a lot of them. There's some good Congolese fighters, but they're not champions. They're same thing as the Nigerian. Like, very few of them, like the UK, they're not really champions, right? But yeah, it's interesting, man. Like, we should have like an off recap and just talk about top 10 in each division that like kind of like personalize the show and bring our personalities out to this to some of the the agendas that are out there about fighters. But we've already passed our 1 hour 12-minute mark, and it looks like we have met everything on our docket and things to talk about today. It's a Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
A lot of us have a lot of good things to do in the morning, so we're about to conclude.
Have a nightcap. I'm gonna have a nightcap with some ice cream.
Hey,
that sounds amazing. For me, that's a no, man. I'm lactose intolerant, but
that don't stop me.
That don't stop you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another great episode of Who's Fighting, episode 81. Had a lot of fun streaming this. Hope you fellas had the same amount of fun. And just like that, it's Who's Fighting, and we out.